Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Is it actually going to work this time? oh, oh, the technology, the wonderful, wonderful technology. No sound. Have you got sound? Is it working? Have I got sound? Anyone? Can people hear me? Mic now working. Great. Thank the Lord. Thank the Maker. Oh, it works. Sort of. I'm saying this. I'm only just got managed to get this working. It appears Rumble crashed. So good old Rumble. Piece of junk that it is. Let me turn my mic down a little bit because I got a little bit too much of a gain on there. There we go. That's better. You can hear me. You can see me. It's all good. Hello, everybody. Finally, welcome. I've managed to get us online. Yay. well, I hope you're all okay. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Here in the UK, are you enjoying the weather? The sun has come out. The rain has disappeared just for a short while. And I've actually managed to put shorts on today. Amazing. The weather's finally got there. So, sorry for not, as I said, not been sort of producing any content. I needed to get this out here. So we've got a sort of social chit chat going on. As I said, you'll see me. Well, I haven't. I did say, but you couldn't see me or hear me, so that was a help. Now, if you see me looking up, if you watch the previous video, when I was doing the shed, I'd only got one screen. I've now managed to jury rig a second screen, but the problem is because of the limited amount of room, it's up above, slightly higher. So you'll see me looking up. If I'm looking up, it's because I'm checking the screens that I've got up here, and everything seems to be working. So I can see you. I can see everything. The weekend should be very warm. Apparently, it's going to be nearly 24, 25 degrees. Of course, that means that we'll have a global warming issue and we're all going to die of heat stroke. But it is what it is, I guess. Who knows? But I'm just going to enjoy the fact that the sun's out for a bit. I can actually get round to cutting my grass. I think. I mean, it's stopped being a bog now, which swings around about, swings around about. So the sheddies, thank you very much. The sheddies looking very nice. Oh, of course, I forgot I'm on StreamYard, so I can, if I can find my mouse, I can actually, yes, bring these up. Whether they show or not, yes, it looks like it comes up. I don't know if it's come up. Yep, there you go. So that's working. Ah, yes, the memories of the Shed of Dread. For those of you who are new to the channel, Eurovision, I will be touching that, believe it or not. For those of you who know, 25 degrees, Alicia Highspot banding. I know. Yes, I've missed this feature as well, Sadako. I think, although Rumble is great for getting you to multiple channels, it can be a bit of an arse. BBC Weather Report will be threatening red. Of course it will. Of course it will. The best thing is, there was a BBC reporter who was commenting how hot April was going to be, and it was all going to be, and he's wearing like multiple layers of clothing. You can't make it up. So, lots been happening, has it not, ladies and gentlemen? We've had our local elections for whatever good they were. Hi there, welcome. Nice new person. I've not seen your name before. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to everybody who's here. I'll try and bring up the comments as they appear. It's a lot better, I think, with the ability to bring the comments up, and you can see them as they come and go, and I can actually interact a little bit easier that way. I said Rumble's got its advantages for multi-platform, but it keeps crashing on me. I've had problems where everything was working, but the camera wouldn't work, the sound wouldn't work. This time, the whole thing just absolutely froze solid. So, although there is limitations to StreamYard, which is on running now, it does have much more reliability and works. The elections made me ashamed of my country. Well, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about while, to kick things off. Obviously, the elections have not gone very, very well. Yes, Labour won seats, but not by a huge amount. The biggest issue we have, and I've been saying this from the get-go, the biggest issue that we have had in a long time. Good evening from Darlington, Scouse Mouse. How you doing, mate? Welcome. Is apathy. This is the biggest problem this country faces when it comes to voting, is the fact that we don't. that many people have got that disillusioned with politics and politicians and all the crap that goes on around it. The people aren't going out to vote. It's that simple. Yep, that's very, very true, Mike. No matter who you vote for, the government always gets back in. It's very, very true. Elections are not what they appear to be. They are selections. Correct, Connor. Absolutely correct. But the thing is, we will actually, if it works. I mean, yeah, if I can get these things to work, I will do so. Oh yeah, it looks like I might be able to get that to come up. We're doing well so far. As we know, old Sadiq Khan got in London.
The second big thing I know
in a minute.
that many Londoners who are Muslim.
And he got in with just, let's be honest, if you go through the people, I don't think there's a good voting option. The chances says right now in Britain, whereas in America, I think there's only one sane choice. You would say so, but there is. But whether he's around, as far as I'm concerned, London deserves everything that happens to voting and toss the Sadiq Khan again. Correct. If voting make any difference, they wouldn't let you do it. Absolutely right. Famous correct. So yeah. If you take the 60%, now 60% of people in London didn't vote at all. So I'm sorry, Londoners, you got what you got because you didn't go out and vote. Now, if you take in consideration those who actually didn't vote for Sadiq Khan, 82% of London didn't vote for Sadiq at all. Not one bit. But the problem is if people don't go out and vote. Now, when I was talking about the Birmingham local election, mayoral elections, I said you got to be careful, and somebody went, "Oh well, you haven't got to worry about the Muslim vote because, like, mathematically it can't be done." But we've proven that if people just don't go and vote and don't turn out and don't say anything or do anything, then that tiny little minority where the numbers don't add up actually win, because, as I said, 82% of Londoners didn't vote for Sadiq Khan. But he got in because those remaining ones who did got him in. Yeah, Khan was certain to get him and give the demographics of London. Yeah, but exactly. But there was plenty of opportunity, and London can still do it, but they just didn't. They just didn't come out. Much is like the king is dead. Long live the king. Exactly. Not a clue who to vote for in the general election. Again, this is a major problem. The state of the country, I think they should re-evaluate the self-defence law. The state of failing to protect its people, so they failed self-defence must be, in my eyes, just saying, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Blackpool said have been Labour forever until this vote. They nearly passed out as Conservatives got in. Strange there, but that happens. Evening, Andy. Agree London got what they voted for, or didn't vote for, in the end. And the thing is now, you've got this man who is only interested in one particular demographic. Now, Lee Anderson got absolutely hammered and ridiculed and attacked and everything else when he said that Sadiq Khan, I was only there because he's making a place for his mates to live. Now, I don't know whether anyone you've seen this particular video. I'm going to play it. Now, please tell me if you can hear the audio, because if not, I'm going to have to mess around. It should work. I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, it's all set right then. So we'll bring this up. Share that. As I said, I don't know whether any of you have actually heard this particular clip, but I'll play it and we'll pause through it as we listen to it. So this is Sadiq talking on a Islamic TV show.
The second big thing I know that many Londoners who are Muslim face is their children not fulfilling their potential.
One, did you hear that? And two, did you also hear that, what he just said? It's the Muslims in London. Yes, you can hear. Excellent.
Often they're underemployed or in jobs that they can do better jobs, but they haven't got the skills. Every Londoner who is on low income or not working will get free training.
Free training. Not working. but only referring to Muslims. Just, yeah. So carry on.
To get the skills for jobs that are created in London, really important in this great city. They're the big issue facing Londoners, particularly, Londoners of Islamic faith.
See, again. Now, Lee Anderson said, oh, he's letting his friends take over. And they went, ah, you're evil. This guy's saying exactly, I'm pointing to the screen up there. He's saying exactly that. It's about him and what he can do for these Muslims. So I think apologies to Lee Anderson are well due, because he wasn't actually lying.
Is the issue of housing. And so we need to build far more homes in our city, because, often people from minority communities want to live near a mosque, near halal food, near places.
So he goes minority communities, but then lists you got to live near a mosque and you got to live near halal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build new areas where only one particular, the members of Alan's snack bar can go and live, so I can create more ghettos who will then ultimately vote for me. Unbelievable.
Places where there are other people like them, so they for Friday.
Where there are other people like them. Okay? Very important message here. What he's actually saying here is everybody, it's a Muslim city. Absolute Muslim city.
Variety of obvious reasons, and they're priced out because there's not enough housing. So we're going to build at least 40,000 council homes, at least 6,000 rent control homes. And the final thing to say in relation to Londoners who are Muslim is, look, one of our strengths is our diversity.
One of our strengths is our diversity, but I'm only going to build housing for you. I'm only going to do education for you. I'm only going to do this for you. I'm only going to do that for you. We're not diverse. He's not being diverse. He's just pandering to his own friends.
It's something I'm really proud of. I've organised, since I've been there, events like Eid in the Square.
Eid in the Square.
Ramadan lights. And
Ramadan lights, not Christmas lights, not Easter lights.
So forth. Why is that important? It gives a sense of belonging. The second.
Why is that important? Because it gives a sense of belonging. No, it gives a sense of we're in charge. That's what it means. Okay, psychotic Oscars. Finally catch me up with where we were. Yeah, diversity is great unless you're white. What? You see, as I said, Lee Anderson was absolutely harangued.
Big thing.
Harangued for that, for saying that the city had been taken over. Khan had done it for his own sort of people, and that's exactly what he's just said. He's exactly said that. 100%. 100%. Getting a bit ahead of myself there. Please bear with me. Here we go. It's not easy to do this when the screen's above my head, but it'll have to do. He is. The simple truth of the matter is London has fallen. London has fallen. It's never going to be the same again. This is a backdoor to introducing dirham tax. Yeah, it was. Ethnic whites pay train fares, Muslims get it for free. This is what's going to happen. Absolutely right, because they only use their own banks. I keep asking, the love has been reached, and this keeps moving. I mean, again, I don't understand. I mean, well, I do. I get it, because when people say, we can go all the way back, like, was it 9-10 years ago, when Tommy Robinson was telling everybody this was going to happen. And look what happened to that man's life. Yeah, now, don't get me wrong, there's some things that I don't agree with Tommy, but 99.9% of things, what Tommy was saying was true. Absolutely true. And we ignored it. Well, we didn't ignore it. We just got told we couldn't take it. Why don't we have our own banks? Well, we used to, but they've been taken over. And our banks have their sole purpose is to strip as much cash out of us as possible and ruin us. Welcome, Colin. Nice to see you here, sir. Eventually, the second attempt to the bite of the apple. So we've had this warning, and Sadiq gets in, and then we have other things like, I know I'm probably showing lots of things to people that have already, you've already seen, but I'm sort of catching up myself with what's going on. So then, of course, we have this wonderful event. Again, I'm going to play it. And if for those of you who haven't met it, this is our new, or their new Green councillor. Straight away, Palestine. Yeah, now this guy's voted in for the Green Party, okay? So the Greens are just desperately dragging on to anyone. Now, at the moment, there isn't an Islamic Party of Great Britain. They've applied and it's gone. As he said, the problem is there wasn't coherent right-wing messaging. We warned him this were a danger, but told the Greens were a joke. Usual, exactly. This does turn, absolutely disgusting. Turns my stomach as well. The simple truth of the matter is, the Green Party allowed this guy in. Now, as soon as he walks on there, the very first thing is for Palestine. Because this is how these people are going to do what they're going to do. Any case, let's listen to this a bit more if we can take it before I blow a fuse.
3 years ago, we started this campaign.
3 years ago, I started this campaign on my own. Then I decided to pretend that I like the Green Party. They got me in position and backed me up.
I started alone, and I lost.
Right, that's not the country's flag that you've just been elected to represent in your council. Just saying. That flag there is what you're representing. That one there. This one here. Yeah, that one. Not Palestine. The thing is, these people have got in on the vote for Palestine. This should be scaring people. Genuinely should be scaring people. 60% didn't vote in London, and why the majority have to follow the rules of someone? Exactly. Well, it's actually, as I said, if you add into the fact that the people who didn't vote for Khan, that's 82% of Londoners. So he's got nothing. Absolutely nothing. No right. But he's in because of the stupid election system. Mainly finished to say that Corbyn anti-Semite scandal she fears more anti-Semitism amongst the Green Party that's not reported. It's rife, obviously, with this particular gentleman. In any case, let's carry on listening to what he has to say.
His angels to come and assist me. For the community of Hales and Gibson.
Well, for the community of whatever it was, Hale and Gibson, but that's not the county's flag, is it? You liar. This is how they're going to get past the electoral problem.
Who are fed up of being let down by the Labour Council, who have been fed up of being taken for granted, who have been fed up because of being taken for granted.
Now, someone's come on the outside of the screen here and is going, this is, nothing to do with Palestine. And immediately they're all telling him to shut up. This is just another, oh, God, it's made my blood boil this day. Then there's another stupid, like this woman here at the back. Fucking traitor. I'm sorry, but they are. They think by standing there and enabling these people to do what they want to do, that you're safe. You're not. You're really not. You're just, anyone who's helping these people who are white, you're just a useful idiot.
I'm being neglected by this rotten council.
Now, notice it's actually an Asian guy saying, shut up, this is nothing to do with Palestine. Yeah? And he's been told to shut up.
Look at the language you're using. Back off. Don't you
I mean, what's this fucking hard ass trying to do, looking all big and hard? Huh? He said this should worry every single person in the United Kingdom. It should worry every single person. If this doesn't worry people, if this doesn't wake people up, then we are really truly doomed. Massively.
People of Hales and Gibson is a win for the people of Gaza who have been
banging on about that. I'm desperately trying to find out where this Alan's snack bar is. There is actually one. I've actually got a picture of it. I think it's up in Scotland. There is actually an Alan's snack bar. He must enjoy all this free advertising he gets because that's, yeah. I don't know. Oh,
We will not be silent. We will raise the voice of Gaza. We will raise the voice of Palestine.
we will raise the voice of Palestine. You're not like. You do not live in fucking Palestine, you dickhead. If you are that impressed by it, piss off over there, pick up a rifle and fight. Otherwise, sit down and shut the fuck up. This is the sort of thing that's... I don't understand how people can sit there and just go, oh, well. How is this acceptable? In this country, this guy's been elected. The Greens, I don't know what the Green Party think. Well, I do, because it makes them look good. But this guy on the screen, these people are serious, dangerous threats to us. And it's unbelievable.
Allahu Akbar!
Alan Snackbar! Yeah, look, yeah, he's a useful guy. Now. Patting him on the back. You're dead, man. It's just unbelievable that is allowed to happen in this country. And them. What I've said before is none of the above on ballot papers. No. What we need to do is I do not consent. What needs to be on there is I do not consent. Because we need to make a message. But the problem is, even then, what we need to do is, look, Reform didn't appear because no one's going to vote for them. No one's going to vote for the Reform where you got that knobhead Tice in charge, who's just a complete idiot. I mean, he's going, oh, we've made some gains, we've done this, we've done... It means fuck all, mate. Literally nothing. Reform got nothing. The level of brainwash reversal, unfortunately, they've locked it into... I absolutely agree. I think, so I'm catching up with the chat, they're thinking that the Green Party refers to Gaza, Pakistan. Yeah, true. And what exactly are you going to do for Palestine? Nothing. But the thing is, again, what should really, really worry people? I do not consent is a great statement. It is. Now, I know Andy has been putting out some videos about I do not consent. I've had a look into it, and I agree with him. I do not consent is a massive message. And if we could get, say, 60% to put I do not consent, they have to do something about it. They really do have to do something about it. Absolutely. Tice is paid off. Tice is an idiot. And that's why I don't think, and that's why no one, that's why the biggest, no one turned up for him. Well, you know, I've said on here that Reform are a waste of time. And the other thing we have is we have a voting system that's designed to only allow two parties. It's simple as that. And this is what happened in London. This is what happened all over the place with the local elections, is the fact that people saw that they didn't want to vote for Conservatives. Obviously, why not? So, and they didn't want to vote for Labour, so they didn't bother. And I've said all the way back when they announced there's going to be the general election, I've turned around and said the turnout for this general election is going to be awful. It's going to be, but I reckon it's going to be 38% attendance, if that. The rest of us won't vote. Rest of the people won't vote. They're not going to do anything at all. Not one bit.
You Nasha.
Not one bit. Nothing. And I do believe that the only way we can make change and facilitate change is to go and say in the general election to put I do not consent. There is no party that stands up for the rest of us. I mean, you've seen, like, what's his name? Sawari's going. Yeah, so. And then we had that woman who moved from Conservatives to Labour because the Conservatives haven't stopped the boats. So she moved to Labour, who are the ones who will open the borders even more. And the thing is, she didn't do that because, like, defecting from the Conservatives to Labour. She didn't do that because of anything to do with her politician. She did that because she knows they're going to win. So if she stays with them, she keeps a job and keeps the money and keeps in a position. Because she didn't give a shit about you. She didn't give a bit. None of them do. None of them give a shit. I think there's no one. Exactly. Tice pushed the jibby jabby in his girlfriend. Exactly. Exactly. And he's not apologised for that, has he? No. Tice is a dickhead. And as long as Tice is in charge, forget reform. Reform are a waste of time. And I think a lot of people saw that, which is why, even though they said they made huge gains, no one came out. In reality, no one came out to vote for them. No one came out to vote for them. So it's no good saying, oh, well, reform this, reform that. Reform are no good. What we need is something different. And I think the only thing that could make things better and different and send a message is if we could encourage people to go out and vote with the words, I do not consent, written on their ballot papers. Because this is a government by consent. Hold on a second. I have a visitor. Yes? Okay, well, you can go and have a shower now. All right? Kids. Yeah, Labour will provide the dinghies for them. Same for UKIP, 4 million votes for UKIP. Well, exactly, but that, again, that's because of the first past the post system. I mean, we need proportional representation, but they won't give us that because possibly. What's this? I'm expecting to get suspended at work tomorrow. I've got to take a DAR seminar, which includes a talk on Palestine. I'll kick off big style. It's wrong, Tony. Massively, massively wrong that anyone has to do that. I get it. I'm glad I wouldn't be able to do. I'd be the same, mate. I really would. I'd lose my shit. I really would. The problem is across the box was sport opponent. Now, if those numbers of those was announced, well, I do not consent makes it slightly more difficult because they have to do something with that. Have a look in do some research and have a look at it. I'll try and do a video on it actually to explain it. It is more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Watching a video about a doctor talking about doctors and doing no harm. No harm referred to salaries. Like, exactly. Labour will evict Christians for well, it's already done. And that's the problem. DEI is being shoved down everybody's throat. So if we go into that, and then of course we had one of these after that election for the Green, we had one of his friends. Now he had a lot to say. That is interesting to hear what this gentleman has to say. Oh no, you know what? If I unmuted it, it would probably help, wouldn't it? You might be able to hear that then. Still getting good at this, and I you think I knew what I was doing? I really don't.
Today in Bradford, not only have we taken Little Horton, Great Horton, Manningham, Heaton, City Ward, and Toller.
There you go. That's six seats on the council.
I'm going to tell you something here. This is a clear message to Starmer. Bradford has rejected Labour.
For what? Honestly, for what? Rejected Labour for what? Because of what?
It's rejected Zionism.
Ah, right. Okay. So now we're getting to the message, yeah?
And this is a message to you, Nash Shah and Imran Hussain. We are coming for you in the general election.
Well, that's big, isn't it?
Anyone that stands with Zionism, we're coming after you.
Nice threat. These are the wonderful people that are now being allowed to be voted in because no one does anything. Well, this is true, Sadiko. The more they go on about it, the more it makes you, yeah, exactly. So I didn't have finished what he had. He's got another 4 seconds.
Free Palestine!
Yeah, that's it, innit? Yeah, free Palestine. What about the politics? You're going to fix the potholes in the road. Free Palestine. Well, what about the Georgie? He hasn't got anywhere. Free Palestine. We're coming for you. And we've had people tell you over and over and over again that this is going to be a huge, huge threat. And as I said, someone said about in Birmingham, oh, well, he can't do it because of the numbers. Yet you can. If you don't go out and vote, because these do not separate religion from politics. They really don't. Hello, Martin. How you doing? The Tories ruin this country. They're giving the biggest part of politics. Well, yeah, exactly. That's the issue. They had 40. They had a chance to be great, and they screwed it up. Probably on purpose. And this is it. Oh, see you later, Yvette. I hope everything's going all right with you and your mum. And I'll speak to you as soon as I can. All the evil needs to prosper is for good men to do nothing. Exactly. London, all you need to do is do nothing. 60%. Yep. I still don't know what. Well, we all know what. And I have to agree. When Gaddafi got knocked out, everybody thought it was a great idea until you start looking into what Gaddafi did in the Middle East, and maybe we should have just left him where he was. As the saying goes, when you eliminate somebody who's evil, you have to worry what will fill his place. And that is a big worry. So then we have the next thing. Because let's get rid of that. Put that there. Ready for that one. Well, the thing is, if you look into what Gaddafi did, he was the gangster of the Middle East, and he did actually keep a lot of them in line. Because if you look back, when Gaddafi went, you can watch how when he went, it all went to a shit in a handbasket. It really did. Don't get me wrong, Gaddafi was a complete nutter, but he kept people in check. Sometimes you have to wonder, do we do the right things? We really do. Because, Gaddafi was a madman, but when you look into what he did in the Middle East, yeah, one of those. Labour are the most dangerous option. This is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. I've been saying this to people. You think things are bad now, you wait till Labour get in. If you think it's bad now, you wait, because it's going to be worse. I know everybody thinks, oh, no, you're talking out your backside. No. We are in for a shitstorm. We really are. Englishmen should live by the rule of three. If people stand behind you, grant them protection. If they stand by your side, you give them respect. And to those you stand in front of you, show no mercy. Amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah, Gaddafi was the last barrier to their migration plans. He certainly was, because he wouldn't let it happen. Yep. Whenever you take the problem is there was no need to take him out. He's a bit like, the North Korean leader. He stamps his feet, but he doesn't do fuck all. He just likes to shout and stamp his feet and pretend it's important. Because it's all going really, really bad. And it's going to get worse. And this is the worst thing about doing when you're looking into this and when we're paying attention to what's going on. It's going to get worse. I mean, it's going to get really bad. And the problem is, we have no options. Where Galloway's party might get encouraged, Labour bizarrely become the moderates. This is what happened when allowed non-Indigenous people to govern. This is all true. See, the thing is, this is what I like. This is the thoughts process that we all agree with. We may not necessarily agree with the fine detail of it, but the simple truth of the matter is, we can all see that there's going to be a big problem, and it's going to get worse. It really is going to get a lot worse. We do have an option. We fight. Yeah, but who's going to do it? Because the problem is, we all probably would. I mean, we've seen, well, let's rephrase that. The government know this. All we have to do is look at the St. George's Day in London and how the police came down on us like a sack of crap to understand. They know that we're the worst people they can back into a corner. And I get this feeling that they're deliberately pushing for a civil war so they can clamp down on us and stop us even harder. And it's worrying. It really is worrying. Because of course we had this little particular gentleman, didn't we? This is another guy who he liked to talk about that snack bar up in Scotland. I mean, fair play. I mean, let's go back a bit. The guy was in this car, as far as I can ascertain, and the police were in this one, obviously, and they went there. And I mean, at least he's fit, unlike the ones you see at the Met Police. Alan Snack Bar, he's doing it again. Alan Snack Bar. I'll tell you what, if whoever owns Alan Snack Bar should be, charging these people for free advertising. But I mean, he's chasing him down the road with a battery-powered chainsaw. I mean, I've actually got a battery-powered chainsaw. Why I'd be carrying it in the boots of my car, I'm not particularly certain. But yeah, unbelievable. Absolutely, it literally is unbelievable. Chainsaw madness, absolutely. People in this country and the West need to get set up. Police ain't going to do anything. Now, the police are being told not to. They're being told to go at us and say stuff on them because they want a civil war. I was raised the idea we had a duty to help the less fortunate third world. I have no idea meaning. Well, unfortunately, that was what they preyed on, I'm afraid to say. The history book fell through the wormhole of 2021 and said 2025 Labour won the general election. The next election was only rubber stampers to the European Empire Parliament. Well, they're talking about going back that. Yeah, Mad Max will come real in more ways than one if we keep annoying the Russians. Don't forget all those new prisons built. What do you think they're for? In my opinion, patriots. That's the scary thing, isn't it? Yes, Mad Max World is on the way. We absolutely agree, 100%. So yeah, so we have our Alan Snack Bar guy running after somebody with a chainsaw that he carries in the boot of his car like every normal human being does. There will be a tipping point, so I can smell it. It's been pushed that way. It's been pushed that way. Now, we all agree that things need to be addressed and rebalanced, but remember, we don't want to go too far the other way because that would also be bad. This is the madness that we live in, ladies and gentlemen. This is the crazy world that we live in, where we're going one way and the pushback is happening. You can see it is. It's starting to swing back the other way ever so slowly. But I think when we hit that tipping point, it'll whap back the other way, and we don't want to go all the way the other one. Hello, son. My son is watching me. Yes, he will indeed. Just thought he'd pop in there. Homework. Go and get your homework done. Just thought I'd give you that message. Probably won't like that. So yeah, so we had the gentleman. Who was chasing the coppers with a chainsaw, advertising Alan Snack Bar. And then we had the next thing. We could send thousands of Ukraine and Israel to protect the... Yeah, why not? Well, we can't walk down a street. I know, mate. Tell me what. Hey, Gobby, son. To be fair, I've known to carry a long bow and arrows in car, but only during the reactment. Well, it's like when you do airsoft and you have them in the boot, but you have to, tell them because, scary. I don't know. I mean, even when they're painted, you know, silly colours like this. You have to tell the police that these things are in your boot because, yeah. You're not allowed to do that. The madness of the world that we live in. So then we had this bit. Now, this was interesting because, of course, these sort of things happen all the time. The sound is up. And we had this happening. Get that back. In Oldham. You may or may not have seen this one. Right then. So, this was the thing. Now, just to let you know, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, they're shooting." Right, as you can quite clearly see here, when you fire a gun, it doesn't normally come out this way. Okay, so it's a blank firing weapon. It's not a real handgun, but it's also not the thing that you want to shoot around. But so when people are getting really upset, this wouldn't do much damage. Well, I mean, well, if you're standing really close, but the big clue was this flame coming out the top. Yeah, the real guns don't do that. The flame comes, and to be fair, if the flame came out the other end of the gun, I'd worry about the stability of the gun. Okay, so this is a blank firing gun. Still threatening. Still wouldn't want it shoved in your face because at point blank range it will do some damage to you. But in any case, let's just play this particular video. This is in Oldham. Now, apparently they said they were going to break into this house. This feels very much staged to me. Right, so he fired his blank firing gun.
Damn. Damn.
Now, oh, thanks, mate. How much is a bacon butty down your way? About £4, I think. I don't know. I haven't had one for a long time. I'll give you an idea how long it's been since I had a bacon and egg sandwich. The last time I had a bacon and egg sandwich, I had a bacon sausage and egg sandwich at a local thing, and it cost me £3.50. It's probably 20 quid now. I mean, I don't know how much these things are. Gone are the days. But thanks for that much, mate. It's very much appreciated. Thanks for the donation, mate. Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, I don't know. You've now piqued my curiosity. I'm going to have to go and find out how much a bacon butty is down by me. Yeah. That's what I heard when I said about a sword attack was everyone who's carrying a sword. Yeah. That sword attack was terrible. And did you also notice how much the media banged on about it because he was white until they found out it was foreign, and then they shut up. Funny that. I do generally wonder what happened if everyone was required to train and carry weapons. Well, stuff like this probably wouldn't happen. For a start off, I mean, the old adage is the only way to stop a bad man with a gun is a good man with a gun. You don't have any homework. All right, okay. Enjoy then. So there was a lot of hoo-ha about this, but the simple truth of the matter is, if the firearms team had turned up and he pulled that and he made that noise, the firearms team would have shot him dead, and then there'd have been outrage. You see, even though it's a blank firing weapon, if you're, yeah, that'd be my thought. I mean, I watched. I don't know if I watched Donut Operator, who's an ex-cop, and he's on YouTube. Does brilliant shooting video, reaction videos. He's an ex-cop, ex-soldier. And I mean, there was one where one guy he mag dumped into the back of a car because he thought he was being shot at, and it was actually an acorn that fell off the tree and hit the roof of the car. Yeah. But then again, it's tension, isn't it? It's tension. Yeah, it'd be worrying if our police had guns. But the simple truth of the matter is, bad guys have guns and ours don't. Well, we have firearms teams that are limited, and after being the last one in London who got accused of, or was getting accused of murder for doing what I call and looked at as a clean shoot, things aren't good. What's he going to do with that? Like a cigarette? Well, a lot of people were jumping up. He's shooting a gun. Yeah. I mean, there's something not even if that's a blank firing gun, which it is. There's something not right there. It should it shouldn't. I mean, look, when I first saw it and I saw his picture, I thought he was firing a flintlock. I thought we'd gone back to Sharps days and firing flintlock pistols. But the simple truth of the matter is, you imagine the outrage if the firearms had turned out, he'd shot that off. As he farted. But the firearms would have shot him, and then there'd have been outrage, wouldn't there? So, absolutely stupid, to be fair. Absolutely ridiculously stupid. It's just unbelievable. It really is. Let's get rid of that one. What else have I got up here? Oh, yeah, now this is a good one because this is just down the road from where I live. Well, it's just up the top of the road, actually. So, we'll shut it down and bring it up. Now, SLR full mag of 20. Oh God, yeah. Yeah. That would do that. Remember when the SLR was it still is a great gun, and used to fire one round and it had stopped them. And then they bought 5.56 in. And that was, yeah. Yeah. I recall some degree controversy in all along where people are getting shot for waving realistic but fake firearms. But the simple truth of the matter is, if you're responding to a firearms incident and it looks like a gun, you're not going to take the chance to check if it's fake or not if they're pointing it at you. So tough shit, basically. Probably a thing like, after all, they do live in the dark ages, absolutely. In days of yore, the king ensured that you quickly call an army into place by forcing all the men to practice archery on a weekly basis. As you can happen with firearms today. Problem is, would you want some of our members of society learning to use a gun? But you're right, the good old days. They were indeed. So, yes, so this is very apt for me because I'm going to share it with you. I don't know whether anyone saw this. Muslim students are claiming the college has banned gender segregation. This is Solihull College, which is literally a 6-minute drive up the road from me, which is, if you go to Solihull College, it used to be, and now it's just mainly this. Now, this is why I don't get feminists going, supporting Muslims and all these women, and gay rights. Yeah, because this is an argument because, well, let's just play it. And it's got subtitles so you can see. And you know what? It would help if I turned the bloody sound on. One of these days, I need to get a sound engineer in here or someone who knows what the hell they're doing. I'll have a great evening. Always great listening to go put the kids to bed. Yeah, same here. Not long to go for me either, mate, to be fair. Nice one. I'll speak to you later. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for taking part as well. Much appreciated, my friend. That reminds me, how long have I been going? 49 minutes. That's illegal, surely. Not if you're Muslim. Sorry. No. Any case. So let's just run it. So forcing them to pray outside in order to safeguard their beliefs because they're not allowed. They're not allowed to have women in the same spaces. So why? Feminists, white women, do you support this shit? They don't like you. They hate you. You're not even allowed to pray with them. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated, and you. Well, absolutely. So I don't get it.
For the attendance is obviously of a crucial matter in Islam regarding segregation. That within Islam, whether it's the Jummah Salah, whether it's any Fard Salah, it's required for men and women to be segregated.
There you go. Men and women to be segregated. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, very important message. We now have the address of Alan's Snack Bar. It's 6 Story Street, Paisley. There you go. So you can now. So we all know where he's advertising. How he's managed to persuade all these people to advertise for him for free, because he gets talked about a lot. Absolutely amazing. Hold on a second. Not much longer. All right. Kids, I think they want me to put them to bed, which I will when I bring this to an end. This is true. Christian woman praying in her head arrested. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. A quote from the Embassy Siege. Inquest, there were 64 bullets in the body because 2 of us fired and our mags only held 32 rounds, Your Honour. Correct. Absolutely true. That was from the top of the stairs to the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, you just keep shooting. They just can't control themselves constantly. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Any case, as time's ticking, let's get through this.
And this is an important belief. We've also seen released online certain videos, certain recordings from the college and from a teacher, which we will not name, and their intolerance towards segregation and the use of the visor screen.
Right, so it's now annoying them because somebody says you shouldn't segregate.
For those of you that don't know who I am, my name's I'm on the senior leadership team here at the college, and I've been at the college for 20 years now. So I've been here a long time. When I started at the college in 2004,
Welcome, Dave.
there were 3% Muslim students. Multi-faith room. It's a black screen. It's there constantly. It is. I find it uninviting. Other people have commented it's uninviting. How they feel. The principal has said it is uninviting, and I am going to be incredibly firm on the screen. And I'm sure Ash would say the same.
Yeah, and I would kind of, on their perspective also.
No. I'm sure as a member of staff at this college, you would say the same.
Regarding the respect and values driven, yeah.
So they're actually arguing over the fact that it's segregated. There shouldn't be a black screen there because it's I mean, this is a college. Okay, this is a college. Yeah. I'm not going to play the rest of it because you could see what they are. And they are outside in the local park. I might actually go down there with a camera one day and film it just for fun. Just for fun. But it's not right, is it, ladies and gentlemen? It really isn't right. That, you know, I don't understand why why women support these people. Why do you support a religion that will not allow a man and a woman to be in the same room together for a stupid prayer? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's an ancient, pathetic religion, to be fair. So, 2 more things before I bring this one to a close. Now, the first one is something that really annoys me. And I've only just recently found this out. And because I haven't been paying attention. In US are actually calling for Jews to be removed from universities. Yeah, well, that's exactly what they are. They are. The thing is, the left Wafa and all these people, they are what they accuse you of. Yeah, they're nothing but racists. They're the bigots. They're the horrible people. A lot of women have substrate in secret men for being dominated. This is true. This is true. But the simple truth of the matter is, you shouldn't, as a man, say you can't sit in the same room as me because I said so. It's just not right. So, sanctioned racism, absolutely 100%. So then, this one. Now, as you may or may not know, I'm an ex-serviceman, and I've only just realised about this particular dude, YouTuber and Military Cross recipient Trevor Cult, who apparently is this big badass soldier. He's got MC after his name because he got a Military Cross for being brave or something. Now, normally I wouldn't talk about things like this because he's got a YouTube channel and therefore it's YouTube drama, and YouTube drama is a pain in the arse. But when it comes to PTSD and the way that service personnel are just ignored with it, it really rings true. I've got PTSD. It is what it is. But this guy is supposed to be this big-ass soldier. He's got a Military Cross. Big soldier, big man. And, well, as it says here, this is what he really thinks about British servicemen with PTSD. I'm going to play it for you. because I need to speak about it. If the audio will come on, yeah, it will do in a minute.
I'm down as a patron. I've asked to stand. I don't want any more veteran shit. I mean, I don't care about veteran suicide. Some people deserve to take their fucking lives.
Yeah, Connor, I did see Paz's about PTSD, and he's right. And that particular person, again, I've only just realised, I've just coming on that particular person, Gertie, whatever. I'm not going to say the rest of it. Is another like this guy, a stinking sack of piss shit. Fucking hate people like this. I mean, to turn around and say I don't care about veterans. Some people deserve to take their own fucking lives. What a wanker. What a fucking wanker. No one deserves to have to be in the situation where they feel like they're taking their lives. No one. No one deserves. No one deserves that. No one deserves to not be listened to such a stage that they see that their only release is to take their own lives. And when they do take their own lives, it's a failure of society. You know, I've always said, and I always do, and my DMs are open to anyone. If anyone's struggling with anything and anyone needs to talk to somebody, please, we all need to look out for each other. But this guy is a military cross holder, MC, major cunt is what I call him. Any case, don't worry, it gets better than this.
And I will be there to watch him in the grave, and I'll plant. I know it.
Did you hear that? He'd watch you in the grave and he'd plant a thing. This is supposed to be a badass ex-veteran who couldn't give a fucking shit about people. Absolute. Oh, hi, Ben.
But that's why I don't help veterans. I wouldn't want to give veterans like that an extra fucking second on this earth with oxygen.
Just going to bring that back up on the screen so it sits up there for a little bit longer. What this particular piece of shite said. Veterans like that, an extra second on earth. What a I mean, look, he's got this picture of him getting his military cross from the Queen. She'd be fucking ashamed of you, you prick. Now I know I don't like doing drama, but when you get knobheads like this saying things like that, and it's not just veterans, it's everyone. No one should have to be in the situation where they feel that the only way to get out of it is to kill themselves. Male suicide is on the up. And that's because men and boys are degraded and insulted and told that they're the worst thing on earth. We drive people to suicide because of an agenda. I mean, that is just absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And as I said, I don't normally do drama, but I needed to look, I'm now just finishing. I promise you I'll be done in a minute, all right? All right? Okay. Bye. My kids are getting me. More people need to expose this prick. It really does. Yeah, exactly. But the media think the media only like him because he's got MC, he's got a military cross. So the fuck what? He does not deserve that fucking medal. He really doesn't. He really, really doesn't. Such a knobhead. Such a knobhead. Any case, I need it. Men have it like shit. Women have it easy. Wow. As a mother of three, we have it terrible. At times, the way it's been turned round and the way it's, I mean, it is, we do have it shit. And thanks for that. We do have it shit. But of course, we're not allowed to say that because we just oppress people apparently, and we're evil. I can see why you're yeah, because that's what he is. I'm sorry if I used this, but no, he's a massive cunt, and I can't stand him. Can't stand people like that at all. So, time to bring this one to a close, and we'll bring it to a close on something very, very topical. And you're probably all going to hate me for this. It should piss everybody off. How you can have such a callous disregard for any other human life is beyond me. Good night, chat. Ready? Here we go. Let's bring it to a close. Let's bring it to a close in a big way. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, it is Eurovision time. And it is our representative, Ollie Alexander, who is going to be our, I might leave this muted. I don't know. Yeah.
Don't you make me dizzy.
That's enough of that shit. Any case, the reason I put it is he's standing there with his Union Jack bra on for no fucking reason. But he hates this flag. He represents the United Kingdom in the Eurovision Song Contest, which is a total point away, and he hates the flag. He says it's nationalistic and oppressive, which is absolutely great. So I hope. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to take it off now. I'm taking it off. There you go. There you go. What the fuck is that? That's Tony. That's our Eurovision Song Contest entry. Yes, he does a lot of the frosting, which I wasn't going to put on. No, it's getting late, and I haven't eaten anything. Those are the things. Eurovision and Doctor Who tomorrow. It won't be wanting either. I'll be out touching grass with that one. I haven't watched this shit in years. Well, you say that. Get ready, because I have the other bit, because this is important now. Now, Ireland have got their entry, who is a Satan supporter. Now, I'm going to play the 11 seconds of this. Now, if you want to mute, you can, because this isn't right at all. There's a lot of mass place strategy mean listens reference geography now. Good point. There is true. Now, ready. Please. I'm sorry, but this has to be brought on. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Irish entry. Yeah, and dances with the song is very devil worship. Sorry, Saturday, mate. Yeah, it's Friday tomorrow. Don't say tomorrow yet. I've got that. And I'm going to play this. Sorry, is all I can say. But this is Ireland's entry.
Special. Do you know what makes me special? I'm a queer.
Sorry for anyone who grew up in the 80s. That Q word is an insult, and I apologise on my that's just outrageous. So she's queer, because of course that's all important nowadays. So we got Ollie Alexander who's queer, and we got this one's queer, but it gets better now. If you've got your volume up loud, I suggest you turn it down just a little bit.
And I'm a witch. Special.
There you go. So yeah, you're right. It's not exactly Mary O'Hara. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's Eurovision. I just thought I'd finish with that because it's on Saturday, and also Doctor Who's on Saturday, which will I'll talk about that on the other channel. Gobser talks about entertainment. Almost. So, any case, I thought I'd bring that one to a finish. We finished with a topical thing for Saturday. The other semi-finals tonight, apparently, and no one gives a shit, really. Yes, they're coming into the Open. It's all warming up for Armageddon. Mike, I agree. 100%, mate. Absolutely agree. Can't deny with that. Oh, yes, I'm sure she will go down well with that Catholic vote. But, box ticking. It's all important. Good job, Elaine Hunting. Second for Ramos. Don't hate the sinner, innit? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring this one to a close. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me on the second one after Rumble fucked up and didn't let me do the first one. As always, it's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much to Scouse Mouse for the donation. It's much, much appreciated. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. All of you. Yeah, it is very clear about the Holy Spirit. Absolutely. All of you have a wonderful few more days in the sun if you live in the UK. Maybe on tomorrow, maybe not. Not 100% certain. But with that, I'm going to say thank you for all of the excitement. Yeah, you're probably right. It's just not normal anymore. So, any case, with that, I'm going to bring it to a close. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an awesome one again. Absolutely fantastic. I hope you enjoyed what we had a little chat about. I hope it was entertaining for you. And with that, I shall look forward to seeing you in another one. And well, with that, I'm done. So, till the next one.
Another time, another place, another slice of life.